Okay, hello everyone. We're back. It's been a long week. It seems. That week seemed like it was forever.
It felt like a whole year.
It felt like a year almost. But
Am I too close?
It was only. You're probably fine.
All right, we're in the zone.
It was only a week. No, we were gone for a while. Yeah, there was some. There's some reasons why we were gone.
Why are you talking like you're talking to a kindergarten class? You're using like a tone like you would talk to a kindergarten. Hey kid, there's someone to talk to you today.
There's some reasons why we were gone. Some things happened. Gable, have you ever heard of statutory rape? Statutory rape is a real thing that the courts take very seriously. And normally a trial takes about a year for you to get acquitted. About a year. If you're wondering where I've been.
So Dave's back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back and I'm stronger than ever.
All right.
All charges have been dropped. Back. Yeah.
Make sure whenever you pass out flyers next time to do it at the local churches too.
I don't think I'm ever going to do that again. It was such a failure.
I applaud your effort though. That was a big. What's the props on you, Dave?
You just tried to fist bump the air. And no one saw.
Fist bump no one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the last time we recorded it was you weren't even on it, were you? The Rogue One. Wasn't that me and Tito? The Rogue One review?
I don't know. I thought I did the Rogue. I don't know. I don't remember now.
I don't think. No, you didn't, because remember I asked if we should say anything about why we were leaving. Yeah, you weren't on the Rogue One review. So yeah, that was me and Tito doing the Rogue One review, and now we're back with a Last Jedi review.
It's only fitting to leave on Star Wars, come back on Star Wars.
Yeah, it's appropriate. It's appropriate. So you may be. I don't know where you're listening to this because we're trying to figure out how the YouTube channel works. So I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
We could very well just start burning this to CDs and passing it out by the subway.
That's not a bad idea. Do we have a subway here?
I don't, dude. I have no fucking idea.
I don't think we do.
I never took one. I think there's a T.
A T?
It's like an above ground subway.
My mom used to take the T all the time.
My sister takes the T to school.
Yeah, she takes the T to school. That's fun. Where does she go to school? Let's not get too personal here. Let's not talk about those types of things.
Alabama Elementary.
It's
a generic sounding name, right?
Sounds like a place that was brought up in the trial. That's weird. That's strange. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, we were on SoundCloud. And now we're gonna put new episodes on there, and then all the other episodes will be on our YouTube channel, which hopefully we can figure out how the fuck it works. Because right now I'm old and scared and confused by this.
Technology is scary.
I don't know what it means. So there's that. Also, we're probably gonna be recording every other week and having 2 episodes, but splitting them up. Record once and record 2 episodes at once. We'll probably do we could probably do reviews every week. Still,
it's probably gonna end up happening. There's gonna be like Infinity Wars is gonna come out, and we're gonna record talking about
both of them?
How great Kevin the first one.
Infinity Wars.
You're making fun of me again because I said wars. Sorry. But no, we're gonna be praising Kevin Feige and shit in the one, but a week later, it'll come out that he rape someone or something, and we'll just be talking so highly the next week of him, and then we'll be like, everyone will be like, why the fuck?
These guys condone Kevin Feige's actions. I don't want to listen to him talk. That's not cool at all. That's not cool. We've been recording this for 4 minutes, and we've talked about rape a lot so far. That's not right.
I mean, it just came to mind because it's been going on with all the people like Kevin Spacey and shit.
Ooh, so yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And what else could he do?
I mean, the alleged touching of a boy by Kevin Spacey.
He didn't deny it.
He said that he did it and that he was gay as well. So it's it's cool.
Yeah.
I may have touched him, but I like dicks. Give me sympathy. That's what it seems like what happened.
Yeah.
We don't want to get too political.
No.
Because we condone all of their actions.
Political. That's more like pop culture.
Yeah, I guess. Is there anything else to talk about? The show might be changing. Well,
we're anticipating having some upcoming shows on. We're gonna retro do reviews on all the Marvel movies leading up to the Infinity Wars.
You did that on purpose that time.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught it.
Yeah,
it wasn't in vain.
Oh, and I guess we're just gonna throw Black Panther in the middle of our watching. Here's
Do you think it'll come out? I mean, when's it come out? February?
Yeah.
How long does it take for it to get a Blu-ray?
It's not going to be out by May.
You don't think it'll be out by May?
March, April. Dude, that's less.
Dude, they'll probably release it right before.
It's less than 3 months. It's not going to come out in less than 3 months on Blu-ray. I don't think it will. I had the same thought, but it's in the middle of February.
I got this. We record the episode,
and then
put it in our pocket.
Oh!
Put it in the pocket. Save it for later.
I got some stuff pre-recorded from like a year and a half ago I never used.
Yeah, we'll use that.
There's a lot of like recording of me just like watching porn and like talking about it and then like drinking soda. That's about it.
Dude, speaking of fucking weird shit, you reminded me with your porn statement there. There was one the other day where this guy's cat died, so the girl was just walking by and was like, I'm going to dress up as a sexy kitty and show up on the door because he's mourning his dead cat. I'm like, this is a weird plot for a porn, don't you think?
Did he have like a big dick?
I don't know.
Like you didn't watch it.
I only needed 20 seconds.
As soon as you saw the cat costume, you're like, dude,
when I saw him burying the cat, I was like, this is great.
Alright, I'm really curious if we're being too loud. Who cares? We'll figure it out later. It's fine. Just turn the volume down.
Should we have done more tests?
Quit being bitches. We only tested for the last 15 minutes.
This is our 3-week late Star Wars review. You ready?
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we're going to get into this Last Jedi review. So here's what's going to happen.
We didn't look up those plot points, did we?
Nah. But no, I remember I told you how we were going to do it. Like
yeah,
the beginning.
Yeah, you didn't.
We don't need plot points.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, remember?
I'm bad at... I'll follow your lead. You take the lead.
Because here's what we're going to do. There's going to be plenty of spoilers, obviously. Everyone knows what happened anyway. Even people that were trying to not see it probably got it spoiled. Like maybe a Yoda scene got spoiled for him or something.
It ended up not being that bad of a spoiler whenever...
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't that important.
The scene was more impactful than I was anticipating it to be.
Yeah. I feel like I should be doing something with my hands, you know?
I'm doing this nice, like, fingertip touching.
It looks very obnoxious and smug when people do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, Corey Graves does it on wrestling. He's like, yeah, I'm going to talk right now. And I'm like, you look like you can touch your fucking fingertips. I'm so proud of you.
Doing it like a fidget spinner and spin it right next to the mic, like...
That's not... That might be what it sounds like. Alright, let's get into this Jedi stuff. This is Star Wars Episode 8. Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'm not a super big Star Wars fan, so I wasn't sure what number it was.
I don't really like it either very much.
People seem to like it, and then we just want people's attention.
So what did you do to lead up to this movie, to get ready for it? Other than wait forever to watch it.
Alright, so I did do the marathon watch. I watched everything in like timeline, chronological order. Rogue One between 3 and 4, obviously. Then, when it came out, I was going to wait for my girlfriend to see it.
Let's not get into that.
Well, I was just going to say, it took a few weeks to get to it. Like I said, we're 3 weeks later here. I just saw it like 2 nights ago. But the week leading up to that, I watched it probably 4 times.
Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Okay, I did.
Oh, yeah, I should have said that. Force Awakens.
You kind of did. You just forgot. I pretty much did the same thing. I watched them in chronological order, and I watched Force Awakens. I think I watched them all like maybe 3 days. I finished watching them 3 days before I screened the movie, and then I ended up watching Force Awakens like the night before, so I watched it again right before I screened it. So I was also fairly prepared as well for the Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is a fairly eagerly anticipated film, I'd say. What do you think?
Yeah, I think people wanted to see this shit.
Yeah, I think they did too. People tend to like Star Wars.
There's definitely more build-up for whenever the Force Awakens was going to come out.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first one in like
Yeah, you can't deny that.
Even before it came out, and I had no idea if it would be good or not, I was like, it's not going to do what Force Awakens did just because Force Awakens was the first Star Wars movie in, what, like 10 years? 15 years? Something like that? Yeah, so I was like, it's not going to do as good, but it just made a pretty penny when it opened up.
I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, please give us something better than the prequels.
Yeah, which I feel.
Well, should we talk about how we feel about the previous movies so people have an idea of where we're coming from?
No, well, I mean, I think that we should. Yeah, I think we should also do reviews on all the Star Wars movies eventually, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll do full reviews down the road.
Yeah.
What's your best and worst of the films?
Oh,
in your
this
opinion?
sucks. Oh God, my favorite of the Star Wars movies. Oh, you go first. Go.
I don't think
Let's not include Last Jedi in our talks here.
Are you doing favorites first here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your number one Star Wars movie, not including Last Jedi?
Number one Star Wars movie is probably Empire. It's like a three-way tie between Empire.
Okay, you can't do that.
No.
You can't give a three. There's like 7 movies. You're like this.
When I'm watching them, though, like as I'm watching them, every time it changes, I'm like, well, this is like I'm watching like A New Hope. I'm like, man, this movie's so great. This is my favorite. Then I'll put on Empire. I'm like, you know what? This one was. It's just like as I'm watching it, like I get so into the movie, it's hard to say like it's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted you to go first because I like a few of them a lot.
It's so hard. I'll stick with Empire, and Empire.
Okay, my number one. It's either going to be A New Hope or Revenge of the Sith. I'm going to say. I don't know.
Revenge of the Sith is my favorite of the prequels for sure.
It's very good.
For sure, without a doubt.
I'm going to go with A New Hope. Whatever. It's A New Hope. Fine. I did like Force Awakens a lot, though.
New Hope kicked everything off, so.
Yeah, I guess. My top three, we'll go with top. My top three is going to be New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, and Force Awakens are my 3 favorites. Those are my 3 favorites. What are your 3 favorites?
Empire, A New Hope, and Force Awakens.
Okay. That's interesting.
Possibly in that order.
That's interesting. Okay, so those are our favorites. What's your least favorite?
I like that you used the word like least favorite and not worst because dude, I like all the movies. There's things too. I don't like about the movies. Agreed. Like Jar Jar was. I think everyone can say Jar Jar was dumb.
Wasn't that bad? He sucked.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Phantom Menace, but at the same time, it's the I wasn't a fan of the CG style. Like, it was just too much for me.
It was a lot of CG.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to say Phantom Menace.
I think my least favorite's Attack of the Clones.
It was a toss-up for me between those.
I really like Phantom Menace. The CG sucks, but it has the best lightsaber battle, in my opinion. And there's also other good things.
You know, if I like look at my list, like those 2 are like the bottom, Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace, but the gap between those to the next movies, like I feel like there's a gap there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they get significantly better, excluding those ones.
So there's that. Now we're gonna start Last Jedi. You might hear there might be some debating going on here in this one
and crying on my behalf.
Yeah. Gable and Dave didn't really see eye to eye completely on this movie. So
or I don't think we introduced ourselves to the new viewers, did we?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Gable.
I'm Dave.
We're 13 minutes into this, so that's our names.
I'm Dave, and this is Gable. So if you hear like,
it's probably
that's me and Gable fighting. That's me and Gable fighting because we don't agree on something. And Gable's like kicking my ass because he knows karate. He's a badass. He just farted. That's too bad. It's gonna smell.
I hope that shows up.
That's unfortunate. All right, so let's. We're just gonna start. We have a bunch of stuff here. We have several characters listed.
Wait! Before we dive into this, let's give an overall. Do you not think we should give like an overall rating of like where we'd place this?
Doesn't that come at the end? Don't you give a rating for a movie at the end?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should wait till the end.
I disagree, but I'm gonna go with you anyway on it.
That's like the definition of Gable in the dictionary. All right, Gable. So here's what we're gonna do. Wait, so did you like the movie?
That's a fair question then.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So we can do that. Okay.
Yeah. How did you like it? Did you like it?
I was a huge fan of this movie.
Okay.
There were parts where I admit I would have not done them quite the same way. Like I'm sure we'll talk about the Leia.
Okay, you can't. Come on now.
I'm teasing at it. We didn't go in depth.
We're teasing for 2 minutes from now when we start talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about the Leia stuff later, or what was one of the other things I didn't like? Some of the General Holdo, I think her name was, stuff. I didn't like, but overall, I really thoroughly enjoyed myself when watching this movie, and there were just multiple moments watching it there I felt like standing up and just like cheering for what was going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet.
I got excited. I was like,
I don't know why you're defending yourself.
Yeah.
You're allowed to get
excited. You gave me that look.
I was looking at the TV. Okay, so I definitely liked this movie. I definitely enjoyed this movie. When I left the movie, I was like, yeah, I liked it. It was a pretty good movie. But I had a lot more issues with it than Gable did. And I guess the issues I had, I had more of an issue with them than Gable did.
Like they didn't. I supported their decision on what they did, but I don't necessarily agree.
That hurts me.
Why?
You supported it? You supported their decision?
It
hurts the heart.
Yeah. It's not that it was awful. Like none of the stuff like ruined the movie. None of it tarnished the movie for me that you had issues with.
Ruined.
But I
would say for me the fact that it made the rating of it drop would say it tarnished the movie for me then. It's not for you.
Yeah, none of the stuff that you mentioned made it bad for me. The stuff that was good, I really enjoyed.
Oh, heaven forfend me. All right, let's do this. Okay, so how does the movie start off? With some sort of fight in space or something?
Yeah, they're doing the attack on the first order ships.
Yeah, they have a lot of ships in this. They're different sizes.
This is Poe's attack.
Okay.
This was all Poe's decision here, right?
Okay, yeah. This is where he's being all funny, right?
Yeah, he's being a smartass.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be annoyed with that, and to be honest, I thought you'd be annoyed with that. How do you feel about that whole joke about the please hold type stuff?
I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. I was like, haha, this is funny.
I hope this is a thing we keep getting. Like in the opening scene, there's like a smartass Poe Dameron moment.
As it was happening, I feared for myself that I wasn't going to keep enjoying it. I was like, oh no, am I going to stop thinking this is funny? But I guess it kept being funny, so I was fine with it.
Why would you stop?
Because I was like, this is getting old and annoying, stop it. Because it did go on for a little while.
Oh, the joke. It was a bit of a long joke. But he was stalling, though, so it kind of made sense.
It made sense logically. There's a reason why he was doing it. So I was fine with it since he was doing it for a reason. So yeah, I mean, it's not like we need to say everything that happens in the movie because everyone has clearly seen it already.
Yeah.
It's not we need to be like, this is what happened, but...
It's just our opinion on those particular moments.
So let's see. It started off with that. I think you wanted to bring something up about a bomb in space.
Oh my god, dude! I didn't. Sometimes the Star Wars logic doesn't make sense. Like whenever, like in some of the other movies, you'll see like a ship crashing, and it's like they're in space. What gravity is pulling it down to crash? I don't understand. In this particular moment he's talking about is whenever they're dropping the bombs on the First Order ships.
It's like, why don't they float away?
And they open the bay doors, and the bombs drop. Like, why are they dropping? Yeah. I don't understand.
I didn't even think of it. I thought I was being nitpicky in this movie, but yeah, you're right.
Sometimes physics bothers me in movies.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense. But there was that. So how far into the movie did the Leia thing happen? Was that the beginning? Or that was after they started tracking them and attacked them again or something?
Yeah, that's after I think they caught up with them the first time.
Yeah.
You've only seen it once, right?
Yes.
I've also only seen it once.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's just talk about the Leia thing, which, in my opinion, was the stupidest part of the whole movie. Okay, so as everyone is, I mean, there's nothing to cross off on here, though. That's the thing. That's the rub. Okay. That's the issue.
All right, that's fine.
I'll cross them off my list so I no longer have any evidence of what I didn't like. I'm going to get rid of the last word of everyone so I know.
We're a little rusty here on the podcasting or whatever this is going to be called since it might be on YouTube or on a CD at your local Subway.
We normally Subway like the sandwich shop.
We have. Oh, that's a better idea. You just made this better.
I don't remember. But okay, so everyone knows what happened. So Leia gets blown up in her little fucking wherever she was, gets sucked out into space, dies. She's frozen and clearly dead. And then all of a sudden, oh shit! For the first time in 8 movies, the Force can just resurrect you like you're Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So
like,
fucking stupid.
Maybe she wasn't dead. Is there a possibility she wasn't dead?
I mean, she looked pretty fucking dead to me.
Yeah, I don't. The moment of stillness from her, like, I feel like determined she was dead.
It was like, look, she's dead.
At least how they shot it and presented it to us. Yeah, it did definitely seem like she was dead.
It was so fucking. So then she just makes herself float back inside, and then she takes like a few days rest on a fucking bio bed, and she's good as new. I was like, this is fucking stupid. It made no sense. There was no reason for it. If that was taken out of the movie, nothing would have changed.
It's not that it didn't make sense. I mean, it made sense. It was just a really a bullshit write-off reasoning. Is like, oh, it's the Force. You know what I mean?
But this doesn't make sense because the Force doesn't do that.
Well, it doesn't, but it's bullshit that they can just write it off like that. Is what? Yeah, no.
What?
I mean, you understand?
Yeah,
I
see what you're saying. Like, well, they explain it because they're saying the Force did it, which is like
it's explained. Yeah,
which is like they could fucking blow up Alderaan and then go back and make it come back to life because the Force did it.
Right?
It's retarded.
It would be a bullshit, right? I mean, it's explained. It makes sense still, but it's retarded. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so you argue my point that it makes no sense is just mean.
Oh, yeah, I want to argue that it's not a plot hole. I want it to be determined that it is not a plot hole.
It's just really stupid fucking writing for no good reason, right? Because like if they simply would have had her get injured like a normal person and not have to come back from the dead and float through space, it would have had the exact same effect in the story.
Do you think they Do you think? I guess they would have had to pre-film that before she died.
Yes.
How do you think her dying affected that scene? You know what I mean?
I don't know that her dying affected the movie in any way, shape, or form.
But do you think it would have been more like a casual thing, like oh, she got blown out and then just instantly didn't die, and just maybe she would have pulled herself back in before even having a chance to die?
No.
You don't think they wanted to play off your emotions by having her die?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm just throwing that out there just for conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anything changed from her death.
Sure.
I don't know. Because I think they were done filming, too, when she died. So
yeah, for this one, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're done filming. But it was fucking dumb. It was stupid, and I defy anyone to just tell me why it was good. No one. Anyone I've talked to that even liked the movie was like, yeah, that was dumb, and there's no reason to do that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. There is definitely something better they could have done that wasn't so fucking over the top dramatic.
Yeah, this is stupid. It served no purpose. All right, so let's move on from that. Where are we going from here? We can talk about.
Let's talk about the character of Leia herself, since we're on the topic.
Oh,
do you have a pen?
No.
Oh, you have a Sharpie though. Here, you're in charge of crossing shit out.
What's there to say about Leia?
Did you like her in the movie? Did you think she played an important role, or?
I mean, no.
Did you think her being in the movie was pointless?
I never even thought about it until you just brought it up. But I mean, what would have really changed?
Yeah, it was really more for the older fans, I guess.
She really served no purpose.
I mean, they set her up as a general. But I mean, there was a lot of speculation on the internet rumors that she was supposed to have a huge part in episode 9, so maybe they were building to that.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, she's really good with the Force, having not really learned it. I mean, she could have been studying it for the last 20 years and we didn't even know, I guess.
Yeah.
And they just forgot to mention it. And got even more powerful than any Jedi ever. Ever. Ever.
I don't know.
Okay, you have anything to say about Leia?
No additional notes on the Leia.
No additional notes.
Not at the moment, at least.
All right, so let's talk about. This was fairly close to the beginning of the movie, so it's not too bad. We can talk about the what's the planet Luke was on? Dagobah or something?
Octu.
Octu. That's a dumb name.
Sorry. I didn't do it, bro.
This movie went down 2 points because it was called Octu. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh. But didn't the porgs, the Onok,
Okay,
make up for it?
let's go over Dave's first note about the porgs were gay and they didn't matter at all. It was fucking stupid. It was funny because before the movie came out, Gable and I are talking constantly. I'm like, Gable, porgs are fucking stupid. I was like, look, they're gonna serve no fucking purpose. All they are is a bullshit marketing thing just to fucking sell porgs to kids and make money because they're fucking cute. And Gable was like, Dave, they're good. You don't know. There could be a purpose to them. You don't know. And then Gable said,
I wasn't denying the fact that they could be just a marketing tool, though.
Yeah,
I'm sure they were shoehorned in there. But.
Yeah, but your whole thing was like they could matter. You don't know and you were probably just hoping to God that was the case. But they were fucking dumb. I mean, it was like if they weren't in the movie, once again, it wouldn't have mattered.
Dude,
I mean, them being in the movie didn't make the movie worse, but it was just annoying because it was like, hey, cool, look, let's make money off these guys. Why'd you put him in the fucking trailer? It wouldn't even have been as angering to me if they wouldn't have fucking had him in all the fucking trailers.
Yeah. That was all part of their marketing ploy.
That's the thing.
The Disney marketing ploy.
This note that I'm pointing at in my phone about porgs were gay and didn't matter, this wouldn't be in here if they weren't in the trailer. I guarantee you.
You think?
Yeah, because I wouldn't have been going to the movie like, all right, what's the point of these porgs? I'd have been like, oh, whatever, there's little porgs there.
I believe you.
You know?
I definitely
I wasn't fucking asking for you to believe me. You think I'm a liar? Okay, so Luke throwing of the lightsaber, what do you think of that?
I have to tread carefully here, huh?
Why?
I liked it.
what was that?
I got a good... I have no idea... I've been waiting to ask you about that.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you about that, but I'm like, maybe this is some of the stuff I can leave for us to talk about.
Because we didn't talk about it yet.
I have no idea what your thoughts on it are. It could be bad, it could be good, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I got a good laugh out of it.
Yes.
I enjoyed it was so funny. When I was watching episode 7 earlier, and I texted you, I was like, oh, I can't wait to figure out what it was the day for when I was gonna watch it. I was like, I can't wait to figure out what Luke finally says to her whenever he hands her the lightsaber. I'm like, and you sent me back an LMFAO or something.
I never put an F in there. It's too much.
LMAO, too much work.
That could have been.
You're probably thinking this poor bastard has no idea.
No. So I watched it and I was like, oh, look at that. They had him. He threw it. That's funny because, it's really important. He's throwing it away like it's no one's business, like he doesn't care. I get it. It's pretty funny. He doesn't care about this important lightsaber.
I think it was a snarky thing by Ryan Johnson there.
I didn't hate it. I was like, that's kind of cool. I was like, this really looks to me like this just happened just because, hey, look, this is funny. He did that.
I don't necessarily. You're right. It did look like that.
Yeah.
I like that it happened, and it did look like that. I probably wouldn't have made it as like jokey and like sudden as he did it.
Yeah.
But it was still. I got a chuckle out of it nonetheless. I liked how it was kind of like a shot by Ryan Johnson. Is like how you guys have been speculating like all this stuff the whole time.
I was just gonna say it's another instance in this movie of you guys waited 2 years to find out what's gonna happen. Fuck you. He just threw it. Who cares?
I don't look at it as a fuck you though. I look at it as like
that's a little strong.
Yeah. What's strong?
Me saying it's a fuck you.
Oh yeah,
because it's not that.
I don't think it's necessarily a fuck you. He's not trying to piss them off. He's trying to send more of the message across. Like, hey, stop trying to speculate it and just kind of look at the story we have and we're giving you. And
so forewarned to not get pissed about everything that's going to happen later.
Yeah, I didn't really have a good way of explaining this. I tried to think of it multiple times before.
You're like, I gotta prepare myself.
I'm like, I don't know how to explain this.
I'm gonna take porgs off the list. I'm getting rid of my list of things I didn't like about the movie because this is the main reason I had it.
Do we have a break coming up here?
There's no breaks at all.
We can't not do breaks. We have pizza sitting in there. It's getting cold.
Oh shit, you're right. I didn't know it was ready. Well, we're only 29 minutes in. We've covered like 3 notes. There's like 5,000 notes here. We gotta get some more going on. We'll do a little bit more.
We'll do 10 more minutes.
Okay, that's not that much. Okay, so what'd you think of all the? We'll just cover the whole art of it. We're just gonna cover each arc. I mean, there's the Luke Rey arc. There's the Finn chubby Asian girl arc, and there's the I guess the arc of like the
pick one you liked. I want to hear something you liked. You've complained so far.
What?
Give me something you liked.
Well, no, we're already on the Luke one. There's no reason to jump to another one. Let's just go with the Luke.
Let's go with that then.
Yoda was awesome. I love Yoda.
Dude, the Yoda scene, that was phenomenal. It was just the whole thing he was trying to talk about with the teacher or the student like. Passing the teacher knowledge that reflected between Rey and Luke, and it also reflected between Kylo and Snoke, because Snoke thought he had fucking Kylo figured out, and that it kind of paralleled them.
What'd you think of the mirror scene? I thought that was kind of dumb. I thought it was like completely pointless.
I was trying to figure out like what it was supposed to mean.
That's what I feel like. It was Rian Johnson going, we're gonna do this scene. It's gonna make people think, man. You gotta think about what happened. Think about what this means to you. It's the mirror scene. I'm like, yeah, it's a bunch of mirrors. I don't really.
I mean, the first conclusion is like, I wasn't sure if I was right. But like I can't think of anything else it would be. It was more of him saying to stop worrying about them tying it into the legacy characters.
It reminded me of the tree in Empire, but go on.
It definitely reminded me of the fucking tree in Empire.
Yeah.
But it was more of him being like, stop worrying about some sort of I almost said conspiracy. I guess it's a theory. Stop worrying about all these theories about how we're going to tie these new characters into the legacy characters. Stop trying to say Rey is like Obi-Wan's granddaughter. Rey is just Rey. Just Rey is Rey. Deal with it. This is, she can be a hero on her own without having to be someone's granddaughter or daughter or some other shit like that.
See, I thought it was just supposed to be like an artsy way of like Rey just trying to figure something out down there. Like, I don't know. That's kind of what I took away from it. I was like, oh, look, it's all artsy, and it's Rey's in there, and she just keeps seeing herself. What does this mean? This Rey has to figure some shit out.
Yeah, I can't figure out anything out for why there's multiple Reys, but like the part where she like it was about to tell her who her parents were, and then it just was like her face. Yeah. Like that's what I got from that, from her seeing her face to that answer. Or to that question.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was. It didn't make me go, this movie's dumb. I was just like, whatever.
Would you agree that that's like probably the best? I guess, yeah, the best meaning that you could conclude is that it was just more of Rian Johnson saying that.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't seem to like that message, from what I gather.
I'm not. No, I mean it could be. I mean.
How do you feel about? Can we talk about how you feel about the Rey not like having a important legacy tie-in?
I guess that kind of like is part of the Luke Rey thing. How we might as well go over that. It made me really, really, really mad. It really made me mad. And the main reason, okay, this is what I've been telling everyone about this part of the movie, which is one of the major problems I have with it. Like Leia, this is probably the top 3 reasons that the movie, problems I had with the movie was, if you're going to make Rey's parents not matter, I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's fine. Like, if they don't matter, they're nobodies, that's cool. And I get it, and I like it. But if you're going to do that, do it in Force Awakens. At some point in Force Awakens, reveal who her parents are and say that they are nobodies. Don't give the fans 2 years to sit here and theorize what it is just to be like, they're nobodies. Everything you're trying to think of is completely irrelevant. Like, I had conversations with numerous people that were really fun trying to figure out who they're going to be, and it didn't fucking matter because they were no one. I
feel like because everyone... there's so many people comparing The Force Awakens to A New Hope that everyone wanted this trilogy to be similar to... or expected it to be similar to the originals in the sense that there's going to be this big reveal.
Like so I
feel like that's what they were everyone was expecting, but I mean there weren't really many seeds planted in The Force Awakens. It just was kind of like these theories were just brought up by fans. It wasn't like a seed that was planted like oh you'll won't figure out who your parents were. You won't figure out who your parents are until this happens or something.
Yeah, but like, even without planting tons of seeds, just leaving the simple question that you don't know who her parents are, unless the filmmakers are completely retarded, they know everyone's going to want to know who it is and theorize and think it's something cool.
Yeah, you're
you know what I mean? So
you're right on that perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, that some people, I personally don't think I felt that way, but I can see what you're saying, that people were expecting
it was
a
more
cool reveal because of the Luke reveal. Like, me personally, I didn't think of it that way. I just thought of it as, this is a question left unanswered I have to wait 2 years for, so I'm going to get a cool answer to it. You know what I mean? Okay. I wasn't really comparing to the originals, but I see what you're saying, how some people could be doing that.
Like, you might not even think you're, like, someone's doing it on, like, someone might not think they're doing it on purpose, but you might subconsciously, like, just because you know it's Star Wars and there was that big reveal, you might just naturally expect it, you know what I mean?
And they're really very different, though, because, like, there was no tease or anything about Luke. It was, like, out of nowhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were expecting anything. But if they would have done it, like if they would have just said who they were in Force Awakens, I would have been completely fine with it, and I would like the fact that she was no one special. The Force is just stronger with her, which is, I guess, I don't know. I feel like there should be an explanation for that. Like,
why the Force is?
She has no training, and she's like fucking just as strong as Anakin, the Chosen One. Like, she's learning how to do stuff and kick ass with no training whatsoever. Anakin is like supposed to be one of the strongest Jedi ever. He trained for like fucking 15 years. She's done nothing. Why is she so fucking strong with the Force? Why? I mean, so, like, are they just going to leave all these questions unanswered? Like, oh, well, now the Force can bring Leia back from the dead. Now the Force is just going to make people strong all of a sudden. Like, that seems silly. Like,
maybe the Force just, like, found her because they found her to be, like have the ideal personality. The
midichlorians, did they?
I mean, I guess. They're technically still canon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is such a weird fucking thing still.
I don't know. So those are our... Did you give an opinion on it? I know I ranted for about 10 minutes on it.
On what?
The parent thing. Did you
I mean, I enjoyed it. I hope with that, the seed he planted... I guess it's not a seed. It could be, though. That dialogue where Ren tells her that it was, or Kyla. If I'm using one name, should I say Ren or Kyla?
Call him Old Ben.
Old Ben.
Whatever, no. Call him Kyla.
Kyla, I like Kyla. Okay. Yeah, whenever Kyla tells her that, like, they just sold her for, like, alcohol money or something like that. Like, I hope that that's not the case, and it's a pleasant surprise in the maybe third movie that they, like, were kind of forced into a situation where they had to give her away, or maybe, like, they were taken away or something, and, like, will be reunited with her.
There's more to it.
Yeah, like, I don't need them to be someone like a legacy character. I just think it'd be, like, really neat for her to, like, come across maybe like her dad down the road and be like, oh, your mother died, but we tried to find you or something.
I've never heard of them referred to as legacy characters until this podcast. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's what I'm calling.
Wait,
them.
did you make that up?
I think I may have heard people say it before. If I'm using this, it's like a subconscious like choice of words.
I didn't really even think about any other... This is what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to change who her fucking parents are in the next one.
It's JJ coming back, if he had an idea, he's just going to do what he wants.
This isn't the best time to do this part, but this is one, I think, the major fucking problem with this movie overall is the fact that there was no fucking plan for these movies. Like, there was no 3-movie plan, okay? And, like... Not to just compare them to the originals, which are trilogies, the Back to the Future movies, when they made, like, 2 and 3, they had a plan for where they were going. The Matrix movies, they had a fucking plan. Like, if they're making these 3 movies, and each director's like, do your thing. J.J. Abrams made it, and then when they got Rian Johnson, like, do whatever you want. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you have it planned out what is going on with the characters throughout the trilogy? That makes no fucking sense to me at all.
It's not that, for me personally, it's not that that's bothering me. It's just, it amazes me that they didn't have a plan. Like, nothing about it's bothered me so far. But, like, I'm just, like, hearing that, I'm like, why did they not have a plan? This is Disney.
I feel like if they would have had a plan, my issues, like, mostly wouldn't even have happened.
Dude, I mean, like, look at the Marvel movies. They knew what movies were coming out, like, 4 years ago now.
Talk about a plan.
Yeah.
It's called a plan.
It just really surprises me that they didn't have a plan. Like I said, like, between the 2 movies, I don't personally have any issue. Well,
here's the thing with not having a plan. Like, if you're just making a series of fucking movies, like Star Trek. There's like 13 fucking Star Trek movies. They're each individual movies. They don't continue to each other. That's fine. Fucking hire different directors. They're standalone stories. The whole point of this trilogy is you have 3 fucking movies with continuing fucking story arcs. Their story arcs go on through all 3 fucking movies. If your whole point of your trilogy is to have a story arc with all these characters in 3 movies, why the fuck wouldn't you plan it out? It makes no sense. You're doing a story arc. Why would you do that? Why would you write a movie and write the first part of the movie and give up like, hey, Gable, go take over, I'm done.
Yeah, like, I don't know why you would necessarily announce a trilogy and not have a plan for how the trilogy ends.
It's stupid. It's so dumb.
Like I said, that like I haven't, with what we've been given so far, I personally haven't had an issue with either of the movies. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't had any, like, but it just amazes me that they didn't have a plan. Do you think it's bullshit that they did have a plan and they just, like, aren't telling us? Do you think it's a lie?
Do you think that it would be better off if there was a plan?
I think it could be better off. I think it's smarter. I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be smarter to have a plan. I can't necessarily say for sure whether it would or wouldn't be better off. I know wearing my Disney colored glasses, I'm gonna like it either way though.
They're Star Wars covered glasses.
I like the Disney ones better.
Yeah,
I think they're more accurate.
For you, they are.
They really are.
They're more accurate for you. I have some more Luke Ray things. Do you have any more that you can think of, good or bad?
Are we talking about what were we on before we went into this whole?
We were talking about Luke and Ray. We were talking about the mirror stuff, and then we were talking about her parents.
Her parents. Not specific. Yeah, I don't really have anything specifically for Ray. How did you feel about Luke throughout the movie, though? Like,
I didn't mind Luke throughout the movie. Like, I don't know. I'm just. I would have liked Luke more if it wasn't like, I fucked up and I gave up and I quit.
I think he was...
I get it. I understand it for the character, but like just personally, like I would have liked to see Luke more helpful and being a good guy for more than like 10 minutes. I don't know. Like
I was perfectly fine with everything in this movie. I mean, I don't know what's happened.
Everything in the movie.
Oh, I meant with Luke.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I was just joshing.
No, but like... I lost my train of thought for a second there. Sorry.
I don't know. Like, it was just like, it's cool. It was cool to have Luke back, but it's like, I don't know. I miss Luke whenever he was like, you know, a good guy, not like a mopey little, like, he's just like so mopey and like, I fucked up, man. I fucked up. I got no confidence. This wasn't even something where it like bothered me about the movie. It's just like, this would have been nice to see some like more Luke from. This didn't affect my rating or like of it at all. But it's just like, I don't know. I just kind of miss. Maybe because I just recently watched the originals and I got to see that Luke, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's like maybe more so why. But
dude, like, so you would you necessarily say you had the that's not my Luke mentality about it then? Because you have to keep in mind there's like 30 to 40 years of like him, like stuff we don't know that what's gone on with him.
Well, I mean, he fucked up and then he hid for a lot of years.
Yeah, his sister's son, his nephew, he fucking threw down the dark side. That would fuck me up if I did that. If I was responsible for that big of a fuck up, and now he's leading the First Order.
I don't know that he's responsible. He blamed himself, but he wasn't responsible.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He wasn't responsible. I mean? Like, Snoke drove him down.
That's the thing too. It's like I get that you fucked up, but I'm like, dude, you didn't fucking make him a bad guy. It just happened. It's not like it was your fault. Like it's like I was like
he blamed the Jedi. Right, the Jedi Order.
Did he? I don't know. Is that what I don't remember?
Luke definitely had problems with the Jedi. He shit talked them the entire first part of the movie.
I don't know. I don't know. Luke just seemed like feel sorry for me, Luke. I feel bad for myself, Luke. The whole movie, I feel bad for myself because I fucked up Luke.
Yeah, he's like he was like the old man Wolverine version of Luke in that movie. The old man Luke.
Speaking of the flashbacks, one thing I'll bring up, this is a minor thing that kind of annoyed me, was, I mean, everyone here who saw the trailer was like, oh, look, Luke's hand is metal. He has a metal hand. And I was like, oh, cool, that'll be cool to see how that happened. And they're just like, nah.
Yeah, we never figured out about that.
And everyone was like, even after some people saw it, I was like, why is it? And they're like, well, no, whenever he was in the fire, you know, whenever Kylo turned on him, whatever, it burned off, and I was like, I don't think that's what happened.
I knew you already confirmed it with someone before I saw the movie, but like I even kept an eye out while I was watching, and I was like, yeah, his His hand's metal the whole time. This happened pre teaching.
I was really hoping that
Kylo,
Tito would have caught something when he watched it again, but he was like, "Nah, I didn't see anything." I'm like, and when everyone saw the trailer, everyone theorized that's what happened. That it just got burned off there, and like, I think it would have been cool if that is what happened. You know?
Yeah, I felt like it was implied, but it just. I don't know.
I have a theory that was what was supposed to happen, but they fucked up in the editing and it didn't have a real.
It was a continuity error.
It was the perfect spot to do it, like perfect.
It made sense.
That was dumb, but yeah, it was
what were we talking about just before that?
We were talking about Luke being. I fucked up. I feel bad for myself, Luke.
So yeah, there's a lot of people. There was a lot of online like hate for how he just like, oh, Luke would never just go into hiding like that. And a Jedi would never go into hiding. What happened whenever like I can't take claim for this.
When Yoda went into
spot.
hiding.
Yeah, what happened when Yoda went into hiding, or what happened when Obi-Wan went into hiding?
I mean, in their defense, they did it out of, like, they kind of had to, or else they would be destroyed and there's no hope to stop them. You know what I mean? Luke just went into hiding because he was like... It's kind of the opposite. Like, they went into hiding because they couldn't stop it from happening. Luke went into hiding just because he didn't want to stop it and fix it. Why didn't he just try to fix it?
What would he fix?
Kill Kylo or something. I don't know. Take him out. He's being a dick. He's being a dick. Make him stop it. I don't know. But, another thing that I thought was kind of silly to me was that how long do you think Rey was on that planet in the movie?
Octu?
Yeah. It's Octu.
Bless you.
How long was... A couple days? Like weeks? I don't know. It seemed like when they would cut back, there would be like...
I'd say like a week and a half.
Alright, so like she goes through all this training this whole time, right? And all she learned how to do was lift rocks. Like she gets into the movie and I'm like, holy shit, she can lift rocks now. She's like... She didn't really learn anything. Like,
yeah, there was not really much teaching going on.
Yeah, like I was like,
she swung a lightsaber around a rock and cut it in half.
She did, but like it seemed like because when you get to the very end of the movie, she levitates the rocks. You're supposed to be like, holy shit, man, she's a lot better now. She's there to save the day. She lifts some pebbles. I was like, I don't know. It just seemed to me like after going to training with Luke, maybe she should have been able to be a little bit. I mean, I guess she doesn't have to be better since she already beat Kylo, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't
know. I thought it was silly that she could just lift rocks. I don't know. Delete. Let's finish the Luke Rey stuff and then we'll take a break.
Okay. What else do you got to say about...
Remember whenever Chewie was going to eat the porg? That was a good time. I was really hoping he would do it anyway.
Like Dave's probably enjoying this.
It looked pretty tasty, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It did look pretty tasty.
Disney's opening like a Star Wars like area in the one park. I really hope that you can eat pork.
Oh, like they'll have
That'd
pork,
be so great.
Like chicken, but it's like says it's pork or something.
Yeah, and they bring out like a stuffed pork with it, and like the stuffed pork just stares at you, like like a plush one.
That'd be pretty
and it
hot.
just stares at you while you eat the roasted pork.
That'd be pretty hot. I like that.
Yeah, all right,
like
sweet.
Yeah, that's all I have for Luke and Rey. You don't have anything else? I have some other Rey stuff, but it kind of ties into later, so I don't know that I should really get into it now.
Luke, Rey, are we going to stop talking about Luke?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll do all that at the end. We'll do the rest of the stuff at the end.
The rest of the Luke stuff?
Well, yeah, because that kind of is the climax on the Salt Planet. We can go over the Salt Planet stuff. That's... Right?
Dude, he is one of my favorite lines on it.
Oh, cool.
We'll go. Are we done with this then?
Yeah, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.
All right.
We'll be back.
Bitches.
That's BB-8. We're back, everybody. We're back. Where were we? I forgot what we were doing.
Yeah, what's our next subject here?
We were eating pizza. You got liquid on the notes.
Yeah, I fucked up.
You got liquid on the notes. We're talking about Rey. We're talking about Rey some. We're talking about some Rey stuff. So what'd she do? She left Atchu, and then she went to
the ship, the throne room. Yeah. To my I'm daring to say it. My favorite scene of Star Wars I've ever watched.
Oh my!
I got so excited for a character and then immediately heartbroken in the same scene.
What, for Snoke?
And then there was all the fighting going on. Yeah, well, I guess we should have talked about the stuff leading up to that, but...
Hey, what stuff?
Where he kills Snoke.
The stuff leading up to Snoke dying, he kills Snoke. Oh, to the scene you mean?
To the fight scene. Oh my god, dude! The fight scene with the Praetorian Guards is easily my favorite battle I've ever watched in Star Wars.
Oh my!
Easily.
I guess I have to watch it again.
Yeah, you didn't enjoy it as much.
No,
as
I liked it. I definitely liked it, but not as much as you did. You're really filleting the scene thoroughly.
Let me put this out. Let me put this question out here. Why is this quarter not in my pocket? That was the question. I'm just kidding.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
What's your favorite fight scene?
Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, I'll stick with that.
All right, cool.
I guess I'll stick with your decision of that being your favorite.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm gonna I'll allow it.
I'm glad we can agree on what I like. Is that awesome?
I'll allow it.
Oh, cool. All right, so I guess we should just start talking about Snoke. All right, so let me get into some more bitching here. I thought it was very, very, very stupid that Snoke died. I enjoyed the surprise of Snoke dying. Like, I didn't expect it. No one obviously expected it, which is, I think, the only reason they did it, in my opinion. Because, hey, no one's going to see us killing Snoke off. It'll be cool. I didn't think Snoke was going to die. I think the fact that they killed Snoke... In my notes, I put that he got the Fett treatment. Like, he was introduced in the last movie. You know nothing about him. He's in this movie. You know next to nothing about him. And then he's just dead.
Dude, I don't think he's anywhere near the Fett. I mean, yeah, like, I'll agree with you. You don't get much about him. But you definitely get more about him than I feel Boba Fett.
Well, tell me anything about his history and background, other than he's the leader of the First Order.
Dude, I guess I can't.
There's nothing.
He got a lot more screen time and dialogue than Boba Fett, and that's probably why I'm putting him way...
True. That's true. Boba Fett was a bounty hunter, and this guy was the leader of the First Order.
Boba Fett said like a combined total of less than 10 words.
Hey, he was behind Jabba the Hutt in the added scene in the special edition. Okay, he walked past the screen.
Oh, yes.
Whatever. I mean, it's a little of an overstatement that he got the Fett treatment, but I think it's just bullshit that you introduce this new character that once again everyone is like, oh, what the fuck's up with Snoke? What's going to be his background? What's the history of Snoke? Blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, and he's dead. Yeah, that doesn't matter now.
I think this is another thing between where there's two directors who had two different visions. JJ being like, oh, there's this powerful. I don't want to say Sith, but dark side, much, yeah. Dark side leader, and then Ryan comes along and takes all that build away, and is just like, well, I want you guys to know that this isn't a Snoke story. This is a Kylo Ren story.
Well, this is my issue with that. It's like you pretty much just said it. First of all, this wouldn't happen if they had a plan for all three. And secondly, that all the directors had to follow. And secondly, this is what it is. They make the first movie, and then Ryan Johnson comes along and goes, nah, never mind. Nah, that's not what we're doing. I'm just going my direction because there's no set plan and I can do whatever I want. Like, I honestly feel just like with the Rey thing. Like, I go 2 years waiting to find out more about Snoke, and you find out nothing and he dies. Why introduce such a cool-looking character? And like,
sure.
Do you think it's going to be cool if you're not going to do anything with him?
Sure, no, I get your frustration on that.
It's like, what the shit, man?
Between those two movies, they definitely have bad connection between one another. I like what happens individually in each movie, but you're right, between the two movies and how it flows with that character, it doesn't connect well. Yeah. I kind of, after seeing both movies, wish that it would have went more of Rian Johnson's route I don't know what he would have done differently in The Force Awakens, but I do like his idea that, like, you need... another thing with the fans, they're theorizing, like, oh, he could have been, like, this guy, or the apprentice of Sidious, or some other bullshit, and it's another thing where it's like, don't try to connect it with the legacy characters. Snoke was Snoke, but... in the end, he ended up not being an important character.
If you go more Rian Johnson's direction, what even happens? Think about this movie, okay? What happened in this movie that furthered anything? Okay, Snoke is dead now, so Kylo Ren is just pretty much where he was from the beginning. He's just a little stronger now. Rey knows a little bit more. about using the Force. Luke, you farted and it smells bad. It smells real bad.
I think that was from
taking away from this movie, other than them killing like 3 characters, what did this do for this story?
How did it progress?
How did it progress at all? Tell me. What did he do? They're on a base now. No, they escaped the base. They're still on a ship. You gonna shit your pants?
I got a bad stomach thing going on. Can you do a quick pause?
Oh, Lord. A quick pause. Alright, we're back. Dave and Josh, 3 fucking bathrooms. Gable over here.
That was from a combination of coffee and pizza going on at the same time.
You're recording at your mansion over here with 3 fucking bathrooms.
Oh, I'm gonna get rid of one now.
So cool.
Sorry.
So tell me what happened. How'd this progress anything go?
Well, it's easier to take, like if there's 2 of us getting ready in the morning, one of us can...
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, you're talking about the movie.
I hate you.
I got confused.
I hate you.
I don't really have much for you on that, I suppose.
I'm going to call it... I'm changing the name of this movie. It's going to be called Star Wars: The Rian Johnson Problem. That's the new name of this movie.
Problem? I still enjoyed the movie.
Star Wars: The Rian
Fuck
Johnson
off.
Problem. That's not nice. You're a dick. You're a damn penis dick.
Well, wait. Okay, let's try to like. Are there any other any of the maybe original movies that have a slow? Not so much.
I mean, a lot happened in Empire.
Most of the stuff that came out of this movie, was pretty much all the stuff that happened with Luke, Ray, and Kylo.
Yeah.
As far as what literally happened, I guess not much happened.
Literally. You
I used that wrong.
You like saying literally.
Did I use that wrong?
You used it perfectly right.
Oh.
Don't tell them. All right, cool.
Why do you cover your mouth with only one finger?
Shut up, dick. They didn't see that. Now they know.
You should have held it horizontally like this.
Oh.
That way it would cover more of your mouth.
It's like I'm pointing at something if I do that.
I see.
So, okay, so Snoke died. Okay, here's another problem I have with Snoke dying. Is that, so I'm left now with Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is all I have left as a bad guy. Kylo Ren, as all the Skywalkers are, is a whiny little bitch that already lost to Rey the first time they even fought. I'm like, cool, this is my villain now. I'm gonna watch episode 9. All it's gonna be is Rey finally turning him to the good side and ending. I'm like, cool, it's episode 9.
Yeah,
that's all it's gonna be, and it's gonna be fucking dumb.
I mean, I am interested to see what goes on in the next movie.
He's gonna be such a fucking lame villain for the last movie.
Let me pose a question to you here.
Oh.
So, Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda, all those dead ones have the ability, the dead Jedis have the ability to have Force Ghost.
Yeah, let's wait until we get to the Luke stuff to ask this question.
What? Why doesn't Snoke?
Well, what?
Why wouldn't Snoke?
Why because Snoke's a Vulcan.
I hate you.
Well, no, he can do. He does the bridging of the mind now. He can let Kylo and Rey talk to each other. It's a new power they made up for Snoke.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd they make Snoke a Vulcan? What's up with that? That's a Vulcan power, and now Snoke can do it. How come he's just I can take 2 people and let them talk and chill all the time? That's another new thing the Force does. The Force has been very active lately, coming up with new things it can do. Mm-hmm.
It's been inactive for a while.
Yeah, it was we learned some new tricks, us midichlorians, when we were dormant for all these years. We were studying up on shit. I just
imagined, you know how, in cartoons they have the flea circus, where there's, actual fleas having a circus?
Oh, yeah,
That's what the midichlorians look like there. Yeah. But they have, a bunch of, there's one with a top hat on, and having the others do stuff.
Well, I mean, Snoke just didn't learn how to do that. That's all it is.
Okay.
You know?
How do you know Snoke didn't? He's only been dead since the end part
He
of that
could've.
movie.
So hopefully in the next movie, it's like there's a 30-minute scene of Snoke as a Force Ghost giving his entire
what the
backstory.
fuck? Why did you kill me?
It's his
you
entire
bastard.
backstory. I was doing this for my dad, which, by the way, this is what happened with him. I'm like, cool, finally some Snoke backstory. What an appropriate time for it. Now that he's dead in the Force Ghost. Yeah, I don't know. He could bridge them. I don't know. That's fine. So you like that fight scene, right?
The Praetorian Guard fight scene.
Yeah.
What do you think about their weapons?
Were they like the double-sided, like dildo, like red?
Well, I think they were all different, but they all used that same technology that Riot Stormtrooper had on his gun, where it's able to combat the lightsabers.
Yeah.
They weren't able to do that in any other movies, correct? They didn't have any weapons that really went up against lightsabers like that.
I mean, Grievous had some kind of double-ended thing with electricity at the ends, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't really recall too much. But, I mean, I definitely liked the fight scene. I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed it.
I'm going to have to watch that to see if they're, like, how those weapons directly affect each other. I wonder if that's the same technology. Do you think?
Maybe. Maybe Grievous, like, borrowed it to them.
Isn't he dead?
Nah, it doesn't
He's
matter.
A Force ghost.
He's like Leia. He can just come right back.
Dude, what are we on right now? What topic?
We're talking about the scenes.
I wanted to talk about some Luke stuff.
You're talking about some. You're gonna have to fucking wait to talk about some Luke stuff. All right, so you have nothing else for this? Are we done with this?
The scene was badass.
I just want to reiterate how much I hate having Kylo as the only villain now. I think it sucks and it's dumb. Just want to end with that.
I mean, there was nothing about this movie that you don't like about it. You just kind of think they wrote themselves into a corner for the next movie, correct?
Well, no, I dislike a lot of things about the movie.
Well, I meant for
Kylo,
for Kylo being left.
Yeah.
You said it was a cool surprise whenever it happened, right?
The surprise, and he's not that they killed him was cool. The surprise of doing a surprise was cool. The unexpected of something happening, not Snoke dying, was cool. The fact that I was like, oh, cool, I didn't see that coming. Like, if they would have fucking slit Rey's throat, I'd be like, whoa, what a surprise, cool. Oh, wait, that sucks, Rey's dead now.
Dude, even whenever, like, he was inching the lightsaber, like, turning it,
I thought he was trying to get to come to him.
Yeah, well, like...
That's what I thought was happening.
I did think it was going to, kill him, but, like, I'm like, something's gonna go wrong. This isn't gonna go this smoothly. There's no way. And then he kills him, and then like just all hell breaks loose, and then it's just two Jedis fighting fucking for a few seconds. There's two Jedis just like going at it with like a small
like how Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon did it for a whole movie.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Here, like, it's. I don't think that they wrote themselves in a corner with Snoke. It's just a missed opportunity of something they could have done with a cool character, and he's just nothing now. It's like just a two-dimensional character that was created for the sole purpose of like furthering Kylo a tiny bit, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. With the Kylo thing, I think they've written themselves into a corner that, in the sense that, like, this last movie, I don't know.
You just don't know what they're gonna do with it.
I don't. Whatever they do. I mean, whatever.
You know, if they're gonna be able to do something that you'll like.
I don't know. I don't see how. Like, I don't like Kylo as a villain. I think he sucks as a villain. So the fact that he's the only one left is a real bummer for Dave.
Yeah.
It's a bummer for Dave. Dave's sad. Okay, a real quick thing about this kind of ties into the ship. This kind of just like irked me a little. I feel like there were several deleted scenes because the last time I see Rey, she's laying on the floor in this ship, okay? The next time I see her, she's with Chewie on the Falcon fighting. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I agree with you. Because, like, during the fight, like, I just see, like, them on the Falcon, and I'm like, what? How did they get there?
Yeah.
What happened there?
I mean, there's a throwaway piece of dialogue where Hux or someone says, oh, she stole a shuttle and escaped. I'm like, okay, so I guess that's how she got off that ship. They could have shown it, or, you know what I mean? Like, it seems like there was a couple things deleted out of there.
Yeah.
Because it was quite... I'm like, why the fuck is she on the Falcon? How'd that even happen? That was kind of weird. I mean, it's not a huge deal.
Well, I don't think Kylo has any idea how she escaped.
No, but someone said that. I think it was Hux said that she stole a shuttle.
Okay.
Someone in the movies... You farted. Someone in the movie said that she stole a shuttle, so... I mean, that's all she got off there. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's that. What are you? You have to shit again?
It hurts.
Oh yeah, here's the thing I thought of whenever we were on break that about the Luke planet, the Achu planet. Like, dude, the green milk I enjoyed.
It's funny
because I instantly thought of the blue milk. I'm like, dude, it's green milk. That's funny.
Do you think it's coincidence that like originally Luke had a blue lightsaber whenever he was in the same movie he drank the blue milk, and then later on had a green lightsaber, and now the milk is green?
I think it's a coincidence.
Just coincidence.
You don't? Okay. Do you?
I mean, I think it was a small thing that Rian Johnson just kind of did, but
the Rian Johnson problem. He fucked with the milk. He fucked with the milk. You don't fuck with the milk. Mm-hmm. Should we get? I guess we can get to the. We didn't talk about the Finn Asian girl stuff at all. Rose, is that her name?
Yeah.
Rose? Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. Okay. Let me just say,
and crate and whatnot.
Let me just say, which is another. This is, I guess, my top 3 problems with this movie were Leia, Rey's parents, and the fact that I didn't give a fuck about Finn's storyline until he got on the ship, which was like a good half of the movie. I didn't care at all about anything that was happening with them. It seemed like it was just written in as filler. Like it was just like, I don't care. Okay. Not even the hot Asian lived. It was the uglier one lived. It wasn't fair. That's not nice.
You like your Asians, huh?
I do. I like them. I just didn't give a fuck. Like the whole romance bullshit seems so forced. Like whatever. Didn't she kiss him or something at the end or something like that? And he was just like, "What's happening?"
See, that's the thing. I want to about this romance thing. Do you think it was actually supposed to be a romance, or do you think it was just like a friend kiss, like a goodbye kiss?
I don't know. It seemed to me like whenever they did that, and then like he goes in there, and then like Rey sees like her and him and everything. I don't know. It came off to me as like, oh, is Rey going to be jealous because of this?
For a split second, I'm like, oh, was there like a flirt thing going on between them? I must have missed it, and then I was like, well, maybe it was more like a friend thing.
I don't know. I hope.
I was confused. Stupid. Finn was confused. Like if you go back and watch his facial expression when it happened, he's like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
And another reason that I hated this part of the movie was that one of the things I loved about Force Awakens was the stuff with Finn and Rey. Like I loved it. I loved the stuff with them.
They were separate the whole movie.
The whole fucking movie. And Abrams even said in his commentary about how in the first movie, to bring the characters closer together, he wanted to keep putting them in situations where they got separated and brought back together. So it keeps happening throughout the movie to make the characters' relationship stronger with each other. They were fucking apart the whole fucking movie. Yeah. I was like, this is fucking dumb. I wanted to see stuff with Finn and Rey, and I got nothing. And it really pissed me off. And like, I honestly feel like all the stuff with Finn and Rose's storyline was pointless. It was so pointless. It was pointless so we could get fucking Cracker Jack Resistance rings. What corny bullshit was that? Was so stupid. Why does the Resistance have little rings you give out? What are you in a fucking club? That's so dumb.
Yeah, I don't.
I was like, is she giving him a fucking ring, like a Resistance ring?
Okay, well, maybe whenever they're on their like covert operations or whatever.
This is how you know you're in the Resistance. Look at my ring.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, something to like prove like.
Yeah, I understand that's the point of it, but it's very fucking corny. It's like, here, check out my ring, man. It's like I'm watching Captain Planet, and you're fucking pulling out all your fucking rings.
Dude,
like,
don't you fucking talk shit on Captain Planet.
I take back, Captain Planet's he's our hero.
He's pretty cool.
I'll take pollution down to zero. I like Captain Planet. He's really cool.
Dude, I was not that serious about that, but you threw out dialogue for that show like it was...
I did. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was so fucking corny that like this Resistance trying to save the galaxy just has little fucking rings they show. I was like, really? That's so fucking corny. I had to get that out. But so, I mean, what did you think about the storyline? Because I hated the whole thing. I didn't care. I didn't care at all.
Like, whenever I was watching it, I didn't have an issue with it. I'll admit it was weak. It didn't draw my attention in nearly as much as the other stuff going on, and it kind of did. Like I was saying, in retrospect, it kind of seemed like they had nothing for Finn, and they're like, we need something for Finn to do in this movie. He's a main character, so let's make the storyline up where he goes to the gambling planet so he can meet DJ, And
we'll get into that. That was a nice little lead-in.
But it just
that was funny.
It felt like there was there's nothing for him, and they just kind of like shoehorned a storyline in there for him.
Well, you think if you had, I keep going back to it, if you had a 3-movie plan, you'd probably have plans for Finn throughout too.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Like, his storyline would have been stronger.
I kind of wanted to see him work on his ability to handle a lightsaber, to be honest.
That was one of the stupidest things about Force Awakens.
I think he should have been on the planet with... he should have been on the planet with Rey, training, helping her train.
Why'd you remind me of that?
What?
Kylo Ren's the main bad guy, and he can't even beat Finn, who barely fucking held a lightsaber. Well, he beat him, what? I think he did beat Finn.
Yeah, dude, he beat Finn. Finn. That's why Finn was on. Yeah. That's why Finn was out.
Shouldn't Finn have been done in like about a second, and not have like a few minute long lightsaber battle with fucking Kylo Ren? That was so dumb.
Sure,
that was dumb. Yeah. That was really dumb. This is Force Awakens. Though. We're getting back to Last Jedi. Okay, let's get back to the Last Jedi. Okay, so we're talking about the Finn Rose stuff. Okay, as you just alluded to, when I was watching this movie, let's pretend that I watched it by myself. Because I did, because I screened it. I'm sitting there, and they start talking about, we need someone that can crack this code or whatever the fuck we need to do. And they're like, she's like, well, I know this guy. He was a smuggler, and he's a gambler. And I'm like, holy fuck. These sons of bitches tricked us, and they put fucking Lando in this movie. This is going to be the greatest surprise ever. And if someone was with you, they'd have been like, oh my god, that's so badass. Dude, that'd be so cool. I was like, I know this is going to be great. What if it's Lando? It's probably not, but what if? And then we get there, and it's fucking Benicio del Toro, and I'm like, why? Every person I've spoken to about this has been like, yeah, it should have been Lando. There could be a reason why he wasn't in it. I don't know.
I may not have been as shocked by it as you were. I've been following like the behind the scenes stuff like really closely.
Well, I knew he wasn't in it, but I was like, what if they tricked us?
I knew there was I knew there were no reports of him being in it. I knew we still had Benicio del Toro's character that we had to even meet.
Well, I guess that part of it that would kind of give away that's who it is to you.
Yeah, that's who I was expecting.
I didn't know he was even in the movie.
Yeah. So. Did that character itself, though, did you like? Besides the fact that it wasn't Lando?
If he wasn't in it, it would have made no difference to me. I didn't care about him. Okay. I really didn't. I thought his stutter was, I guess, I don't know. It was different. I was like, whatever, he stutters.
I wish there would have been more like dialogue with him. I felt like there wasn't really much conversation going on with him.
His character was a throwaway character. If they would have like done more with him, he was just like he just ended up being a dick. Did he die?
Maybe?
I don't remember.
That ship blew up though. Whenever she split it, though. So
yeah, that did happen. But what was I going to say about Lando? I forgot. I pulled a Gable. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, it's because we record so late.
Do you think it's possible that whenever they wrote the movie, they wanted to have him in it, but then for some reason they couldn't, so they just threw in Benicio del Toro as another character?
It's possible, yeah.
It seemed like it was straight up supposed to be him the way they set it up. I don't know.
But I don't see why he wouldn't do it.
I don't know.
He just did.
Well, he's like 80. He's old, so maybe there was some reason. I don't know. They already had to deal with Leia or Carrie Fisher about to die, and she did.
Has he done any sort of movie? I know he did the voice acting in Lego Batman, but that's just voice acting.
He might have done something else. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anything else about their story? I guess this kind of leads into it. Like, their story didn't matter, as I said, until they got onto the ship. I enjoyed the stuff on the ship, but let's talk a little about Captain Phasma. I guess can I say fett treatment again? What the fuck?
This is fett treatment. This is not an exaggeration. This is fett treatment now.
Let me tell you something that really annoyed me about this is. Did I tell you about how I read an article about this? I didn't, because we didn't talk about her dying before you saw it. I didn't talk to you about this yet.
Wait, she's dead?
Yeah. Captain Phasma?
I don't remember.
She's dead.
I missed something. Is it just because she was on the ship and it blew up?
No, she fell to her death. He, killed her.
Dude, why can't... I don't fucking remember this.
Yeah, he killed her, dude.
I just remember him, I remember him hitting her in the face, her eye being exposed, but I thought it ended, with that, and he left her there.
She, fell down a hole or something and died.
I don't remember this. Dude. I need to watch this again.
Yeah, that's why I said she got the fett treatment, because she fucking died.
Fuck.
And this is what's ridiculous. I watched the movie. She only shows up at the end and then dies, and I'm like, I could have swore she was supposed to have a prominent role in this movie.
Dude, so there were reports that I think
I went back about a year. And I found an article interviewing the actress that played her from Game of Thrones, and I was like, dude, and I found the exact article I read where she goes, a lot of people were disappointed with Phasma in Force Awakens, but rest assured she's going to have a much bigger role in the next one. She's going to be very important and be much more prominent. She's going to make a difference in this movie, and I'm like, what the there must have been rewrites galore or something, because she did not matter.
Yeah,
I guess she gave Finn a finish, like, I guess helped his character, like, finish his, like, being a stormtrooper type thing, you know what I mean? Because, like, I guess of that, but it was pointless. It was just killing off another fucking character. I don't know. It was dumb.
Why don't I remember her dying?
I think it's
Holy
pretty
fuck.
Funny. It's pretty funny.
I don't remember that?
Yeah, I think it's really funny you remember that. What if I'm wrong? Okay. Talk about something else. I'm going to Google, is Captain Phasma dead?
Speaking of, like, articles, do you remember... We talked about how there was no Knights of Ren in this movie.
Yeah.
I was reading a possible theory where someone connected two different articles together. There was an article, I think it was from MakingStarWars.net. They'd reported a scene that had the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, it looks like she's
fighting on Octu.
Okay.
And then there was also another article, which I can't find this one, that reported that, who was the guy who was supposed to direct episode 9?
I don't remember.
Colin Trevorrow. He's
That's
the guy.
a real name.
He does Jurassic World and stuff. Yeah, Colin Trevorrow apparently asked Ryan Johnson to do a. You
said Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do a specific scene for episode 9 for when he would have done it, and that they supposedly filmed that scene. I'm wondering if that Knights of Ren scene is supposed to take place in episode 9.
That could be. You know, you helped me figure it out. That's what it is. The villain in this one is going to be Kylo, but he's going to have the Knights of Ren.
He's going to have the Knights of Ren.
That's
if that ends up being the case, that's pretty fucking cool.
I guess.
I'm excited for it. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait for the Knights of Ren. It's going to be sweet.
Oh. Were there even mentions of the Knights of Ren in either of the movies?
Fuck, there had to have been. Why else would we be calling them the Knights of Ren?
Maybe just out of.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
Maybe talk.
There
definitely is a Knights of Ren, though.
Okay, moving on. Let's see. Is that all for the ship stuff and Finn and Rose?
Finn and Rose.
Is that all for that?
Let me see this.
Until we get to the planet.
Great job crossing this off here.
Okay, you're being an asshole. We're not covering specific characters, though.
Canto Bite, we already went over.
You're being a real dick about this. I'm going to kick you in the balls. It's hard to cross off main characters.
Yeah, because we have to come back to them.
You can get rid of DJ. He doesn't matter.
Yeah,
get rid of the guards.
Praetorian guards are dead now. Wait, did you like the appearance of the Praetorian guards?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I like their mask, but their arms, just like how the way it was designed, looked very like unpractical.
Why were they so bad? Why were they supposed to be so badass?
What do you mean?
Like, why are Praetorian guards like so tough?
I don't know. Why were the fucking Imperial guards tough?
I don't know.
I don't know what you made to fucking tell you, dude.
Wait, who's the Imperial guards?
They're the ones that they also pretty much like look very similar.
Who'd they fight?
They fought no one.
Well, then how do you know they're tough? I'm saying the Praetorian guards like fought 2 Jedi and like held their own pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
they're badass.
Dude, they were badass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like, who were they?
It's just guards. I mean, they're guards.
The guards. They're guards. I don't know.
Snoke's dead. So
shouldn't they be special or something? What now?
Snoke's dead.
I guess we're done with Rose, right? I got nothing else on Rose. Well, this is where we're going to next. Is the General Holdo? Yeah, we're gonna talk. Let's talk about some of the. What is this? What is Carrot?
Crate. That's the salt planet.
Achu.
Throne room. We're done with.
What is all this?
Are we done with Octu? What's it?
No, we gotta go back with Luke.
Okay.
Let's see. Items. Ray's lightsaber. This is kind of. Never mind. It's not even that funny. Moving on. You want to talk about ancient text? You wanted to talk about something about stealing an ancient text.
Oh, yeah. Did you notice her stealing the ancient text?
Yeah.
I didn't.
She took it and ran, right?
I think it was, you saw her...
I thought she took it right before she got on the Falcon and left, didn't she?
From what I hear, I talked to, I think, Ben or someone about this. Oh, wait, did I name drop?
Oh, Ben. Yeah, Ben. It's Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Yeah, I talked to him about this, and apparently, like, she's rummaging. There's a point where Finn's going through one of the drawers on the Falcon, and the book's in there. You noticed that?
Oh, maybe not.
And I guess there was also earlier on, before it burnt down, she was rummaging through the text and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that at all.
I don't know. Is it? You think this is vital?
I think it'll help her teach a future generation of Jedi, which will which was obviously hinted at the end there. I think we're going to get some more Padawans. And then...
Some younglings that Anakin can fucking kill?
Oh, he already beat me to it. Damn it.
Dude, and for anyone out there that's like, oh, well, wait a minute, Kylo was just lying about Rey's parents. It's not really who they are. Like Rian Johnson said in an interview that Kylo was not lying, and that Rey does believe that's her parents. If you watch the scene, whenever Kylo says it, Rey's reaction is clearly, yeah, you're right, that's who they are.
Am I correct in saying that he didn't technically say he's not he's saying that he believes that to be true?
I guess.
Wasn't it worded very oddly?
I don't remember how he said it.
I thought
he said if you look into your heart, you'll know it to be true or something like that. And she was like, yeah.
But I thought Rian Johnson, whenever I read that, phrased it oddly. I thought it said something like when Kylo said it, he believed it to be true or something like that. Something weird like that.
Maybe.
I think it's true that they are nobody, though. We talked about.
Well, I think if they changed this because they didn't like what he did, which is dumb. But I also think if they do change it and try to say that Kylo was lying, I don't think it explains Rey's reaction to it because she reacted as if it was true, which is dumb. But
no,
this was a backtrack. I fucked up. Yeah. I went back. What are we doing? Ancient text.
Rey's lightsaber.
Rey's lights. Well, what are we talking about that? It broke. Oh, shit, dude.
I guess there's not really much to talk about. It broke.
That was a bummer.
Luke's lightsaber broke. She's going to have to learn how to build a new one.
She needs some butthole crystals.
I'm assuming Luke's going to teach her, even though he's dead.
He's going to give like a Force Ghost tutorial?
Did his death at the end do anything for you?
His death at the end?
Yeah.
I guess we'll go over that now. Sheesh.
I was gonna say I can wait.
Yeah, you'll wait. You wait.
Okay.
You wait.
All right.
Let's go over. We need to go to the other story arc, the Poe, all that shit with Poe and the ship and all that. Let's go over some of that stuff.
Well, wait. What stuff?
Poe. Everything that Poe was doing during the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
You know that shit. Okay, here's some notes I have about that. Okay, whenever... I thought this was really stupid. Okay, you know how General Huxtable, or whatever her name is, she's like...
She's wearing that nice sweater. Yeah. That, sick 80s design on it.
It was sick, dude. So, so the plan all along was for her just to be a distraction so they could get away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she gets on the ship, and she's like, oh, cool, look at them, they're getting away. I'm just going to eventually die just so they can get away. Cool. And she waits and waits, and they're getting away, and they're getting away. And then the First Order guys are like, no, fuck you, we found them. And she's like, oh, no, now what do I do? She's like, oh, wait, I know what I'll do. I'm going to jump into hyperspace and cut this shit in half. Why wasn't that just your plan at the beginning?
Yeah,
that was really dumb.
Okay, there were a few issues I had with this whole plan of hers. Yours being... I agree with you. Yours being one of them.
So her plan was literally to sit there and do nothing and just wait and do nothing.
Just wait, yeah.
Like, why didn't you just... If you're going to die, why wouldn't you initially I'm going to go out and cause some damage when I die? That was dumb, but go on.
I voiced my opinion to you about this, but why why would I just don't understand. Like, I get that she outranked him and everything, and like,
yeah, and also in your defense to this argument, dude, this is a hot and loose military. This is a fucking resistance.
This
you know what I mean?
This isn't like there's like a bunch of fucking people. There's like 20 people on the ship. Give them some peace of mind that you have an idea of whether or not the whole resistance is going to survive.
And it's
Let them
like,
in on your plan. Let your soldiers know what you're fucking doing.
Yeah, there was no reason to do that.
Why did you have to fuck around with Poe's brain the entire movie and let him think that you're just like staring them into the fucking sun, basically?
Yeah, you're right. Dude, if they wouldn't have done that at all, and they just would have told him the truth, the Finn Rose storyline would have never happened because it never would have left.
It's true.
It was just, I don't know. This was just some more compounded bad writing. Like,
so the Poe stuff was weak.
The Poe stuff was very weak.
The Poe stuff was weak. The crate stuff was weak, or not crate. Canto Bite stuff.
Oh God.
The Canto Bite stuff was weak.
I didn't care.
The Poe stuff was weak, but my favorite movie isn't because of either of those things. It's all because of the Rey, Kylo, Luke stuff that was going on in this movie.
But
I want that to be clear.
But the issue is that your favorite movie is disregarding half of the whole movie. That's a problem, you know, right? I mean, I don't know.
Like I said, like they weren't awful for it. They were just weak.
Yeah.
They just weren't. Just I guess they weren't the strong points.
I thought that said flamethrowers.
Yeah, let's talk about the flamethrowers.
What are we talking about Luke and Kylo's flamethrowers for?
What does it say?
Luke and Kylo's flashbacks.
Flashbacks. Okay.
We covered that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're so fucking organized, baby. Alright, so anything else with Poe and them? No, right? So are we going to Crate now? Are we on Crate? Are we chilling at Crate?
Yeah.
It's time for some Crate. Get some Crate in our lives. Crate. Okay, so they get to the planet, right? And then, dude, I didn't even think of this, but someone told me today the whole thing is very fucking Empire Strikes Back. They're on this planet. They're in this base. The bad guys are coming in AT-ATs to come and destroy the base. It's like Hoth. It's Hoth.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty spot on. I didn't think of that.
Not as many rebels, though.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's very Hoth.
You got maybe like 14.
Yeah. 14 to 16 rebels.
You could get a pickup game of basketball going, maybe.
Well, I mean, once the ones in the fighters taking on the AT-ATs gets destroyed, they don't even have enough for like a game of horse. I don't think at this point. Like almost all those guys died on the way to get the AT-ATs, and dude, I think what they should have done was they should have had Finn die trying to saving them there at the end. That'd have been cool.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, please do it. I love Finn, but it would be such a cool way. But whenever they kept killing everyone, I was like, they're not going to kill Finn too. Too many people were dying in this movie.
I just don't. I don't know. There was no. For me, there wasn't that big payoff whenever she saved him. Like, and then got that kiss.
Rose?
Yeah.
It was just dumb. Whenever she did it, I was like, why would you do that, you stupid bitch? But whatever.
He was gonna just straight up be dead, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have any plan when he got there. He was just like driving to it.
No, he
thought of his plan much quicker than General Holdout.
He was going to do the Dark Knight Rises plan, where you eject your seat and somehow survive, and it makes no sense.
Oh,
that's fine.
That's a different podcast. Yeah, we have a whole other podcast to do for that one.
So yeah, there was
our
that
YouTube cast,
and then so Luke shows up, which let me say that.
I was so afraid. I was so afraid when I watched this movie. I'm like, Darth Dave is coming out.
Specifically because of the scene where he starts getting blasted by the AT-ATs and just like, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah, he just smoke clears and he's perfectly fine. I'm like, no, Dave's going to be so pissed.
And for the record, as I'm watching the movie and he gets out of the lasers, I'm just like, this is fucking dumb. I'm just like, why? I was like, why is the Force bringing people back to life and then stopping blasters? This is so annoying. And then we got to see Kylo in all his whiny bitch glory. Get me there now! Like, I thought he was going to cry. He was just being such a little bitch. He had to get down there.
You like calling him a bitch.
He is.
He is. I think the point is that he just appears like very adolescent in his ways. He's very childish, very... look how low that is. He's very childish, very...
when you lean back so far.
I was getting comfortable.
You're not allowed to be comfortable. We're recording a podcast.
Yeah, or a YouTube cast or whatever.
Yeah. Isn't it a podcast on YouTube?
CD for Subway.
Maybe.
Fuck, what were we just talking about?
We're talking about him being a little baby. What?
Yeah, but I think he is, because they reiterated many times in this movie that he was he's just a boy.
This movie would have been over in Force Awakens if someone would have gave him his Baba and he'd have been like, I'm good.
You said Baba.
He needs his Baba. He keeps crying.
Oh, I've never called it that.
Such a little wuss. Whatever. So he gets down there. He fights Luke, and this isn't, I don't know. I had a problem with the fact that there was no, like, cool lightsaber battle between two people like there always has been. And, like, I call it, like, comparing to the other one's fine, but, dude, when I watch a Star Wars movie that's not Rogue One, I want to see two people duel in a lightsaber battle. It's what it is. It's Star Wars. Every Star Wars movie has it. It's Star Wars.
I mean, I see your complaint, but, like, that Praetorian Guard scene was just so badass that I was like, I got off already. I was like, I don't need any more big fight scene.
What about the rest of us that didn't come there? I wanted to see a cool, and, like, dude, fucking Luke's stupid Matrix move, whatever, that was dumb. He just does his Matrix move. That's not a lightsaber battle. He did, like, 3 moves. It's not a lightsaber battle.
No, I wouldn't have called that necessarily a big battle or anything.
I'm glad you agree with that, because someone else was like, no, it was I'm like, shut the fuck up. So it's not a lightsaber battle.
I wouldn't say it was a lightsaber battle, but
I really did.
I mean, it was technically one, but
I definitely liked that it was a force projection. Like, I didn't see it coming at all. I thought it was really cool because they've done force projections, and, like, I think in, like, books and stuff they've done them. And I think they've even happened in the games before, but you never seen it. And I was like, that's cool. They did a force projection. I like that. I thought that was really cool, and it saved my anger for the walking out of the fucking explosions. I was like, oh god,
dude. My second time, I got chills whenever he got done. Like, after he's giving that mini speech to Kylo Ren, and he's like, if you strike me down, I'll just be I'll haunt you like your father still does or something.
Yeah.
And then Kylo comes at him, strikes him down, realizes he's a force projection, and Luke just looks at him and uses his own father's line on him. See you around, kid. I was like, oh, fuck. I love that moment. I love that moment.
It wasn't as good as the Praetorian Guard scene, but it was up there, right?
It was a good aftershock.
The aftershock. All right, I guess. What else happened on there?
See you around, kid. The way he said it too is just
yeah. Are you getting hard right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The little doggies serve more purpose than the porgs. They actually did something. The doggies. They showed them the way to get out of there. That was cool.
Aren't they foxes?
I don't know what the fuck they were.
They were closer to foxes.
They're not even fucking from this planet. They're not foxes. Fucking retarded snow foxes with snowflake ears.
Those porgs aren't birds.
I never said they were.
Fair enough.
Fucker. They might taste like chicken, but they're not. Yeah, so and they did that, and then they got on the ship and they left, and it was like, oh, it's over now, cool.
There's a handful of animals that they put pretty prominently in this movie. Like those fucking horses with big ears.
I don't know if they did this on purpose, but if they did, it was fucking genius. Was showing the X-Wing underwater. Because
why would they show that by accident?
No, I mean, I don't know if this is the reason they did it.
Okay, I'm ready.
If they did it, because whenever they showed that X-Wing, and you get to the end, I'm like, and he shows up, I'm like, oh, he got in the X-Wing to get here. Like, that's why they showed it, so you can see, like, oh, he has a way off the planet.
Sure.
Like, they showed the X-Wing to be like, oh, so at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, that's why they showed that, because that's how Luke got here. But then it was just like, nah, he's not even here. You know what I mean? Like, if they did it as a way to make you think that was really him, to add to it, I thought that was genius. You know what I mean? To try to convince you it's really Luke there. That's what I thought.
I didn't think that when I watched it.
I instantly thought that. I'm like, oh, that's why they showed the X-Wing. Because he showed up.
It makes sense. Like, why else? Like,
they could have done it as a simple, like, oh, cool, look, it's his X-Wing, like, as a throwaway thing. You know
sure.
what I mean? But I'm hoping they did it for that reason, because that's really cool that they did that they thought it out like that, which I liked. So that would have been cool if they did that, which I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they did.
I think they did too.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson pretty clearly put more thought into the Luke Ray Kylo part than he did the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So
yeah. What else do we have? Just Luke's death? Is that it? You gotta go over the last part. It says Gable's least favorite Star Wars. We gotta cover that.
You.
What? It says that. You wrote it yourself,
dude. Like it. I'm gonna give it more. I want to give it more time before I. Well, we'll get to this in a second. Let's talk about Luke's death.
Okay, I thought it was really dumb that Luke Skywalker just meditated to death. I thought it was dumb. I thought it was a stupid way for Luke Skywalker to go out after all these years. I didn't like his death. I didn't like how he died. I had no problem with him killing him. I thought the way he died was stupid. I had to say that. I said it.
I disagree.
Oh shit. Oh boy.
I'm done.
Oh, is this it?
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Okay, cool.
No, I mean, I didn't necessarily see it the way you did. The way that you kind of made it sound there, at least to me, was that he was just like taking a really hard shit and just a blood vessel popped and he's done.
That's literally what it was.
I mean,
he's like sitting there concentrating. He's like, "Oh, I'm done now."
I truly believe that if he chose to,
and pooping is
he would have still been alive. But I think he found himself more useful being one with the Force.
Because he's like too lazy to go anywhere.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't like changing or doing anything.
Yeah. I think he would find himself more useful within the Force rather than where he is now. And I think he determined that for himself that he did what he had to help spark
You're happy
Jedi
with that word. I'm happy for you.
You know why?
Why?
Because Leia said it like 60 times in that movie.
I just assumed she was dead the whole time, so I wasn't listening
and
to her.
I think, yeah,
I'm saying.
I think it was he had to find his place within the Force for to be more useful going forward.
I disagree. I think he pooped to death.
He pooped to death.
I think he did.
But
I think he force projected till it took all of his life out of him from having to do that, to force project across the galaxy, and it would exhaust him to the point where he had no life left. I mean, look at fucking Padme. She just gave up and was like, "I'm done," and fell over and died. And all she did was have a couple babies.
I've always found that to be a little weird. Like, she died from a broken heart.
I mean, she clearly did.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened, but like, I don't know, it's odd.
Yeah, that's very strange. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I had something to say about Luke's death, and I can't remember now.
Is it something about a porg? I want to watch the movie again. I do want to see it again after talking about it so much. What do you rate this out of?
Wait.
Whoa, let's go back.
I remember what it was. Were you... So you weren't satisfied with Luke's death?
No.
I
wasn't.
I was satisfied with it, but I didn't get an emotional oh no, he died type thing. It was definitely more of death meant nothing for him, you know? He's part of the Force now.
Yeah. I would have even preferred it if he really did show up and then after they escaped he just died and he let Kylo kill him. I would have even liked that more.
Dude, I just thought of something why they may have not have killed Carrie. Or killed Leia.
Oh, but I got something else.
Because they could easily just say that, okay, so say you're someone who knows nothing about Star Wars and you're only, or I guess actors or anything, and you're only following what happens in the movies and not anything. You have no idea that Carrie Fisher's dead or whatever, which is probably nobody. But
yeah.
But say you don't know Carrie Fisher's dead for some reason.
Yeah.
And say you don't know she's dead for some reason, and you're watching the next movie, and you're like, "Why is there no Leia Force Ghost?" I think they're gonna Paul Walker this movie and just have her just leave. You know what I mean?
I think that's what they're gonna do too.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna be in the next one at all.
Because it would be an annoying plot hole for that movie that she wouldn't come back as a Force Ghost. Do you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. I think that I think that the problem with that is anything they do with her off screen is going to be stupid. They're going to be like, "Oh, General Leia she's training some new rebels over on the base over there. She's busy doing stuff." You just killed her. Kill her then. Why didn't you just kill her off? Why do that?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I know they have to if they're not going to kill her, but I think it'd be better for her to have some sort of sacrifice to further the series instead of just being like, she's off screen training that little retarded fucking kid that could use the Force with a broom. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about you, kid, but whatever.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That was so dumb. I don't think
you didn't like that. You didn't like.
No, I was like, I don't care about these kids. I don't care about his little crackerjack fucking little ring he has. I don't care that he can use the Force now. I don't care about this kid.
Do you think that specific kid is important?
No, I think it's supposed to represent a new generation of people.
Okay, so I agree with you there then. We're on the same page.
Fucking crackerjack ring. He showed his friends and they were all jealous. And they kept buying Cracker Jacks. You know what Cracker Jacks are?
I've had Cracker Jacks before.
Did you ever get a cool resistance ring out of it?
Nah. Gumball machine. I got one from.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. So what do you rate this movie out of 10?
Out of 10?
Out of 10.
Out of 10,
This is riveting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably give it a. I'm gonna give it a Batman.
I hate you.
Can we do it?
Not now. We'll do the next episode.
Episode.
Nobody knows what the fuck that means.
All right. I'm gonna give it like a 10, I guess.
A 10?
No, like a 9.
This is the perfect movie. A 10?
No, it's not. That's why
I
I'm
would
giving it a 9.
slap you if you
That's
gave
why
a movie where half didn't matter a 10. I would slap you.
But the stuff that was good was so good. That's why I'm giving it a 9.
Fuck. Okay, a 9. I give it my new rating after reviewing it.
Wait, can I give it an 8.5?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm
if you want to go lower, I'll feel free to go
I was
lower.
concerned about the halves.
Okay. My new rating after thinking about it is now a 6.
A 6?
I was dwelling on a 7 or a 6.5, but after talking about it for an hour and a half, and surprisingly, people are like, a 6? A 6? He sounded like this was a 1. He despised this entire movie.
Are these people me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always complain to Dave because he always he'll tell me he liked the movie, and
We're talking about this specific movie, right?
What?
You're talking about just this movie,
in
right?
general.
I normally don't bash movies I like this much.
Sometimes you do.
Like what?
What was the last big movie that come out?
The last big movie that came out?
Justice League doesn't count because you didn't like that.
No. Fuck. What was the last big movie that came out? Was it a Marvel? Thor Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, you did some shit talking for that movie.
That was just the tone.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with that whole movie was the tone.
Yeah, we'll yeah. Okay.
We got to review that anyway.
We'll review it anyway. It's come back and subscribe to us.
Well, here's the problem. I mean, this is a Star Wars movie. I hold it to a high standard. I mean, like, a Star Wars movie shouldn't be a 6 in my opinion. And there's no other Star Wars movie. I don't know. Maybe Attack of the Clones. I don't know. This might be my least favorite Star Wars movie. Yeah. I have to watch it again. Because I like all the other ones. I mean, I like this one too. It's just, I don't know. I liked it, but it had so many problems. I thought it had so many issues.
I don't think it necessarily, for me personally, I don't think it had issues. It just had weak points.
I would hope it didn't have issues at an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had weak points.
It just had weak points.
They're like, when you watch it, you're like, it's whatever. But I'm just like, that's dumb.
Yeah, we differ.
Because you're stupid.
I
didn't even mean that as had to say it. Because you're not stupid.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It means you lack intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. This is awkward. We both just don't know.
On here.
We both just don't know. I'm sniffing marker now. It smells good.
This is podcasting.
That's it.
This is podcasting.
We're done. We went over this very thoroughly. We're going to end this now. This was at least an hour and a half. This is probably an hour and 45 minutes of just this movie.
Dude,
But it's a Star Wars movie.
If I hadn't just seen this, I might give it like a different rating, but I might have that like effect, that new movie effect.
See,
where
I don't
I'm
like
just
you.
so excited.
I don't like you. I don't like you.
I don't think my opinion is going to change on this one because I'm trying to imagine myself saying
because you
I didn't like this movie.
I don't think you're ever going to say you didn't like it ever.
Nah.
Because I liked it and I ripped it the fuck apart.
I'm trying to put like that in my head and be like, how against myself am I for saying that? And I'm very against it because I liked it a lot.
You do tend to have that when you watch it and you're like, yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought. I mean, you could have... I could see that maybe happening and you still liking it, but being like, I don't like it as much as I did, but I still liked it a lot.
Did I like Batman vs. Superman first, or did I dislike it first?
I don't fucking remember. The only one I remember is I think you dropped on Wonder Woman. I think you liked it less after you saw it.
I went from a B+ movie to down to like C- movie for Wonder Woman.
Nice. That movie was an E-.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
but I don't know. I think if I give it another rewatch, if I don't know, maybe watch some of the other Star Wars movies again and kind of stack it up against.
Why don't you watch Force Awakens and then that right afterwards? Do that.
I already did that.
No, but you didn't do it right afterwards.
No, I probably went to my parents'... No, I didn't even go to my parents' house. We went to dinner and then I watched the movie.
Damn it. What was an hour break? It was too much. You need to watch it immediately.
Yeah, I need to be watching it on my phone on the way there.
Yeah.
Have it end right before I walk into the theater.
I want to hear the music sync up when the credits started a long time ago. I want it to sync up when you watch it. That's all it needs to be. I don't know. All right, we're done. We need to go.
All right.
It is now 5:30 a.m. We need to go.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. We need to go. All right. We're done. Hopefully we're going to have another one up like a week or so from now.
Hopefully this one even goes up if we can get it up there.
Did you fart or just make noises?
I made noises, I guess. I don't remember farting.
So, hopefully this is done, and then you can listen to the next one on our YouTube channel, which we don't know what it is yet, so I guess we won't tell them. That's unfortunate.
It should be called Breakroom BS, somewhere along those lines.
Whenever we figure out what we're doing, I'm going to record a 10-second segment saying, our YouTube channel is this. Go here to listen to this.
That works.
Well, it's at the same SoundCloud place that we had it before, remember? I don't fucking know what it is, though. I don't even remember what our Twitter is. We did not think this through, dude.
I think it's Breakroom BS1.
Does that even make sense?
At Breakroom BS1.
I don't think that makes sense.
For Twitter.
Alright, it's at Breakroom BS1, the number 1. At Breakroom BS1. If you go there on Twitter, you can find the link to the SoundCloud, and you can listen to it on SoundCloud. And it's going to be on SoundCloud and... It's going to be on SoundCloud and YouTube at the same time.
What's the plan? The new episode is on SoundCloud each week.
I think the plan is to put it on both each week.
Well, it's going to be on both each week, but only the new one will be on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud will just have the new one, and then all the old ones will be on the YouTube channel.
All right,
that's the plan.
Well, I hope you guys come back to listen to us talk about Marvel.
You have to be somewhere to come back.
They come back to.
They're not even here.
Come back to YouTube.
They're not even here.
They're not listening.
They don't give a fuck.
We're talking in the empty hole in the ground on October.
We need to keep telling ourselves we're doing this for fun. We're doing this for fun because no one gives a fuck. We're doing this for fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's end it.
Rape. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good time. See ya.